Hey everyone, this is Josh back with Cardboard Chronicles, and today I'm interviewing Nat Turner. Nat is speaking publicly for the first time since purchasing the Michael Jordan Green PMG for $350,000 from PWCC. So he's going to tell us all about that, really exciting stuff. He's going to show us the card. He's also going to show us some cards that even he hasn't seen in 10 years. All of his best stuff. It's going to be really great, so stay tuned. That's coming right up. Please remember to check out howtocollectcards.com, the website I started to help collectors coming into the hobby grow their collection and also make money along the way. I've just completed a 17-part full training course series on the hobby. It goes through everything in the hobby, all the advanced topics from, what cards do I buy, and also how to maximize your profits by timing the market throughout the year. I walk through the history of cards. It's really fully comprehensive. It's got everything you need, so please check it out. And remember, I'm still giving away the dictionary for free, so check out howtocollectcards.com. And without further ado, here's Nat. All right, guys, here we are with Nat. How's it going, man?
Good man, how you doing?
I'm doing great. So let's jump right into it, and let's go straight to the green PMG. I know that's why everyone's here watching this. Let's talk about it. Let's see it. What do you got?
All right, here it is.
All right.
I don't know if you can see it with the lighting.
It's pretty good. Maybe, yeah, there you go, right there. Angle it a little bit.
Here's the back.
6 out of 100.
Yep. Yeah, so I got it in. Should probably pull out my whole set here in a second. Actually, I have some of the other ones here. Here's Kobe.
Is that the 8 out of 100? Isn't the Kobe the 8?
Yeah.
Dude, come on. You don't have to.
You see with the lights?
Yeah, we can see
turn the
it.
lights on.
We can see it.
Yeah, I don't know. Many people don't really realize this, but the Hardaway and the Jordan have very similar.
I realize it.
I'm sure. Yeah, but the Jordan was big for me because it was I have like 10 left in the set. And this was obviously the biggest one. I still need Stockton and Garnett are the two biggest stars I still need.
And the rest are just like lower end guys you can't find.
Yeah, I need like John Wallace and people like that. Mark Price, I think.
So tell us the story like from beginning to end, as much as details you can get into, especially with PWCC and like your interactions with them.
Yeah, I'm friends with the person who I think owns 4 of them, I want to say. So I've held all 4 of them. I have a photo of me holding of my friends 4 of them. And so I'm very familiar with what they look like, and I know kind of what the serial numbers are, those, and I know someone else who owns one, so I know I guess we're 5 and now 6 of these are. And so I'm pretty cautious with, serial numbers. I haven't had a situation where there's a duplicate serial number, but I used to own a Barkley that was green, 13 out of 100, which obviously because the first 10 are green, so that shouldn't happen. So you just, you want to be vigilant. And these things haven't really gotten hit by the authenticity problem with the bankruptcy, clear bankruptcy. And they're really hard to reproduce. I don't think someone could reproduce them now, maybe, but so yeah, when they came out, I saw it like 50 people sent it to me on the, the PWCC preview. So I got in touch with Brent, PWCC, and just asked him a lot of questions. And, I was pretty convinced it was legit. I figured out who the original owner was, not through Brent, but and we knew that my friend and I knew that 6 out of 100 was where it was, and it all lined up. And we knew the other greens the guy had, and those happened to be the same ones that were being sold. And so I participated in the first auction. A lot of people know it was shilled. It wasn't controlled. There was no like buyer registration and stuff, and it got to like 600 grand and people were on Facebook talking about how they were going to bid against each other and stuff to raise the price. And I'm not saying the auction I ultimately won wasn't shilled. I think it actually probably was, but when there's a card you need, and you're somewhat price insensitive to it, sometimes you have to kind of bite the bullet, which sucks, but it is what it is. But it was relatively controlled. It went for a lot less than the original auction got up to. But as regards to the alteration, I've held it up to, I own like 100 or whatever different PMG greens, and you can kind of hold it up and see.
Yeah.
it's not super obvious to me. There's definitely more chipping on the right edge, but I don't know. I'm not a grader. I don't really. I guess this is what I was on blowout. I don't really care if it's altered. I know that seems weird, but owning the card is like 99% of it to me. Like I get goosebumps actually holding it because like I used to buy this packs back in the day. I think I pulled a Kerry Kittles green back in the day. So like just knowing that like there were 10 of these and it's 25 years later, is pretty damn cool, altered or not. Like I have here's a Kobe I have that green, red that's colored. Like I don't really care. Like it's such a rare card.
Yeah, you can't be too picky, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, do you care if it's a PSA 5 or 9 or an authentic? I mean,
not at all.
Some people do, but I don't.
But my response is like, fine, then go find the PSA 9. Yeah. Oh, wait, you can't.
Yeah. I don't collect for anybody else's benefit.
Sure.
Anyway, yeah, and so I won it, and they delivered it through in a armored car.
No, did they really?
Cool. Yeah, I was coming home from work, and they called me. They were an hour early, and my wife was like, "Someone's here for you," and they won't let me accept delivery. It has to be you. And I rushed home, and I was signing for it on the street, and yeah, there she is.
So, what did your wife say about it? Just like maybe the price or whatever.
She didn't know anything about it.
I'll link her this video.
Yeah, please do.
That's so awesome. It was an armored car.
Yeah, I gotta get it. I gotta get a photo with my friends. We have like 5 in one place. That'd be cool.
Half the pop.
Yeah.
Have you contacted PSA about like, hey, can we get this into at least like a 4 or 5 or something?
No, I haven't. Like I said, I don't really care. I don't think it's altered. I mean, again, I'm not a grader, so it's hard to say. But I'd rather just keep it in my possession, like having it out and about, sending it through the mail. I've had bad experiences with that, or hand delivering it. I just maybe one day.
Plus, like
I don't think I've told them that I bought it or won it. I don't know. Maybe they know. I don't know. But
like, it being in that condition, like exactly as you bought it in the time, kind of like as a memory. Like if you change the slab or whatever, you might alter your memory of it.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, 99% of it's just having the card in my hand. Like I know it's authentic. Like I don't really care if someone trimmed it or whatever. Anyway, there's that one. And I'm trying to find. I like having them side by side. These two.
Jeez, man.
This is I've had 4 or 5 of these in my life. I had the BGS 9.5 before. I've had a few BGS 8.5s. I really wanted a PSA holder, so I sold those. I didn't want to convert them because they had the serial number with the date graded and all that.
Yeah, yep.
So I bought this one a few years ago, or a couple of years ago. Actually last year in that big haul. It's really cool to see them side by side. This one's 82 out of 100.
Yeah. Dude, I watched our last interview before just to kind of prep, and you said something like, I could talk about PMGs for 2 hours.
For sure.
Can you just give us like a quick spiel on like what it is about this set?
Yeah, I mean, I have an unopened box in here. It's kind of high up. I'll need to get a ladder to get it. But I mean, what's special about it? So when I was growing up, probably like you, like we were talking about this before the show or started recording. These were real. They were inserted in kind of relatively cheap packs, and it was unclear as to what the pack odds were. And so as a kid, I saw one in a card shop. It was called the Dugout. It was this card shop in the mall in Texas. I forget who the player was, but it was like this bright red ruby thing. And, the packs were like $2.99 or $3.99. And you could have in theory opened like 1,000 packs and never gotten one of them, or one box and gotten one. Like there was no inserted odds. And they're so unique compared to the base card. Like name me a parallel, like the rubies and the, platinum medallions and like all those from the other sets from Fleer were not that different from the base set, but these were like in your face. And there were 100 total in this set. First 10 were green, next 90 were red. And the set was pretty big, like metal, like, Kobe's rookie year was 90. 6, they had precious metal parallel, but it wasn't like this. You could barely tell the difference from the base card. And these were serial numbered, which back then I was like obsessed with as a 10-year-old or whatever. I wanted cards that were serial numbered because that implied, that there was a finite number of them or whatever. And I would buy packs and packs and packs if I could afford it, in metal. And the other set I loved was Flair Legacy, and then the other set was the EX 2001. But I pulled the Kerry Kittles, and I was hooked at that point. And yeah, I mean, I could talk to you for hours about the design. Like the design, it's like this intergalactic spatial,
Yep.
Each player has this very iconic, I think I have some others here, very iconic photos. Here's Iverson.
Yep.
I think I bought 2 of them. They're really condition sensitive. They have this like foil covering. So these are 9s of Tim Duncan and Tracy McGrady.
9's so ridiculous.
Yeah, I bought these, and I love these because they're in their he's in his like summer league jersey.
Yeah,
and this is like a photo shoot.
He's just like sitting down.
Right. And on the back, he's like in his summer league, like high school jersey.
It's great.
The design was so unique, and the photos are so unique, and I don't know, it just was such a cool set. So different from all the other cards from that year. Yeah, I have 3 Kobe's, but here's 2 of them.
The card is nasty.
Yeah, it's so cool. I don't know, you stand out. Like even when I have people over who know nothing about cards and they see those, they're like, "Oh, that's really cool looking."
Yeah.
So that's just, it goes to show that there's some eye appeal to them.
It's interesting when like someone who doesn't know points it out. You're like, man, you can even tell. It's like, this must really be awesome if you can tell.
Yeah, it really pissed me off with retro when they like brought it back. I'm like, kind of, I don't know.
Yeah, like the blue and stuff.
Like whenever they do a sequel of a great movie, you're like, it's not really necessary. Like the original was pretty good.
Right.
Yeah, they have like the blue or whatever, purple. So I wasn't really into that, but in many ways, when I was originally upset about it, it made these more valuable because, this is the original, and it brought awareness to the young kids collecting the new versions. Like, oh, there's actually like an original version of these of like really iconic players.
Right.
Anyway, there you go.
All right. Well, we'll let that settle in for a second and move on, I guess. So what other cards have you been picking up / show us a lot of cards?
I haven't picked up a lot of high-end stuff. As I said last time, I don't really care about the value as far as like, do I like the cards or not. But I pulled a few cards for your show here. Here's one I love. This is the 9899 1/1 Ultra. Let's see, there we go. Yeah, this is.
I like that one better than 9798. It stands out more.
Yeah, actually, I was gonna say that the 9798.
It's kind of bland.
Right. No, I tend to agree. Here, let me actually turn the light up here. You might be able to see them better. You tell me if this is better. If it's not, I can turn it back on.
Dude, you're setting the mood for cards.
That's not better at all. Hold on.
I'm not editing any of this. Just angle it down, like point it downward.
Yeah, sure.
There you go. There we go.
Yeah, I love how it's purple. It's like such a difference from the regular base card.
Yep.
Yeah, these are just some of the random cards I pulled when I was preparing. But this card I bought the same day I bought the Tracy McGrady and Tim Duncan from the same person. I paid cash in the lobby of my college in Philadelphia for this is a 1/1 LeBron rookie.
Jeez.
I have 2 1/1 LeBron rookies. I have the Hoops Hot Prospects actually from the same person, same trade same acquisition that same day. But yeah, that's a cool card. I've always loved that card. I don't know, it just stands out. Here's a Kobe 1/1 Flair.
Flair is really nice, man. I feel like they're undervalued a little bit.
Some people don't like that set. I love that set.
Is it because there's like multiple rows or whatever? I don't know. I still feel like they're cool.
Versions, yeah. This is cool. So this is the PSA 10 and BGS 9.5 of the Jordan rookie. This one's 0.5 away from pristine.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'll just show you a couple more here. This is Jersey Auto.
Dang. 9
Here's
auto, that's nice.
9.5 of the base.
What did you think of that sale? Maybe maybe that was like 3 or 4 months ago now.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was unfortunate. I actually had a bid that failed
Because of the, they didn't pre-screen well enough or something?
Well, I thought I was registered. I called eBay. Yeah, well, no, it wasn't the pre-screen. eBay had a restriction where you couldn't bid on it unless eBay approved it.
But how would you have known before?
No, he told everybody. He's like, you need to call, and I called, and I thought I was pre-approved by eBay, and it turns out I wasn't.
So someone got a steal.
Yeah. I just love this card. This is the 99. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna unplug this. You see me okay?
Yeah. Just angle it up. The way you had it before was perfect. There you go. Just like that. Oh, yeah. There we go. Those are cool, dude. I like those.
Yeah, it's just such a cool card. It's numbered out of 23. It's the only one. Like the year before, they had like 8 versions of that game jersey from Ovation, from Upper Deck, from all the different sets. And I don't know, it just never, it just kind of belittled the value. Like, yeah, they were numbered at 23, but there was like 200 of them.
Right.
That year, there was only 23 of them. This is a great card.
Oh, yeah.
Numbered out of 40.
Rarest insert.
Now here's the other Kobe. Hope you can see these. I don't know if it's
working. Oh, yeah, they're good, dude. Keep it coming. God, what? I didn't even know you had the now. What the frick?
Yeah, this one's actually 9 out of 9.
When I went to a show with Grant and he had the penny and I was just like, oh my god, this card is so sick.
Yeah, it's a great card. You know, I bought this one. There was a great collector in the Midwest who owned tons of Jordan cards, and I bought, I don't know, maybe 15 or 20 cards from him. And that was one of them. Yeah, I mean, it's just a beautiful card. The future here, it's 9.5, is just, I don't know, like getting back to the precious metal gems, like so different. I've opened a bunch of boxes. I've actually never pulled the credentials from that set from the pack, but it's just so different looking from the base.
Yep.
Here's 798.
Dude, that one is so sick. That's like my favorite Jordan auto right there.
Yeah. I never liked the design of it because the autograph area is so small.
Yeah, it's terrible. You should sell it to me. It's so nasty. It's because, he doesn't have that many, real playing days autos, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
So that one just, really stands out to me.
Here I couldn't find, I have it somewhere, but I have 3 of the 4 one-of-ones from 97, 98. There's 2 of them.
So ridiculous.
Yeah.
You don't care about the authentic slab at all, or?
You know what? I actually talked to Beckett about it. These got grades. It wasn't the fact that they were altered or whatever.
Right.
They were 7 or 8s, and the guy just wanted to have them in authentic.
So just mint them or whatever.
And I just, again, I don't really care. So the idea of cracking them out and risking damage to them and
shipping
all that.
them and shipping them back and all that.
That's the point. I know this is mainly a basketball audience, but I just thought this was cool. I found these when I was going through the cards, so.
I'm trying to expand, so.
Huh?
I'm trying to expand my audience, so keep it going. Those are sick, dude.
This is a 9.5 Contenders Brady rookie, and this is an 8.5. You know what's interesting about this card? I don't really talk about the price I paid for these, but I looked it up because I was curious. So this championship auto, it's numbered out of 100. This is a Beckett 8.5. I paid $3,600 for 5 years ago. A BGS 9 just sold for $400,000.
Right.
If people say, you're wasting money on cards, as long as you buy the right things.
Sure. Just Brady and Jordan and LeBron and.
Yeah, I mean, this is 100x or something.
It's like better than all the stock you've owned, and
Actually, I made a joke the other day, like from a return IRR perspective, like you could argue cards have been better than stocks, in my case at least. Now you have to buy scarce things, high-end things, but yeah, since you're trying to expand your audience, here's Mantle Rookie.
jeez.
Um,
Did you get that recently?
Yeah, like within the last year.
That's cool.
These are all PSA 10 Mantle cards that I have, but like this is my favorite one. That's 59. Anyway, yeah, there's a bunch of those, but I know we'll focus on basketball. Yeah, I have a whole box here that I haven't opened in 10 years of predominantly LeBron rookies. I know that because I've mainly switched to PSA, and not one of these is PSA.
Because you're doing like a 9.5 set for LeBron.
Yeah, in 03 I decided to try and get a Beckett 9.5 in every LeBron rookie. I should pull up my list. I think I'm like pretty close. I kind of lost interest. I haven't like followed him on eBay and stuff, but
every rookie, just like every one.
Yeah, oh, and parallel. I should have said that. Yeah, it's just fun because like it was just a night. It was like one of the first set collections I tried to do.
So what's left, dude? Like, I mean, I'm trying to think of cards you don't have other than like one of one LeBron rookies, or like what's left. What's on the horizon for you?
I have 89.76% of the LeBron plus rookies plus parallels in 9.5, which are right here. Most of them are right here. I don't know. I mean, look, I'm like Grant. I'm still collecting a lot of sets, like the Precious Metal Gems Green. I got the red finished. I'm trying to get the rubies done, Precious Metal Gems of the other years done. Green, obviously. Get them all graded. Get them in registry. Like, there's a lot of cards I still want. Like, not so many 90s. Like, I still want to collect a bunch of the one of ones and stuff. But there's a lot of vintage baseball and football that I love. Like, I didn't have these here for podcast. These are in my queue to be scanned. But like this is 1970 baseball. I'm trying to get the whole set in PSA 10. I'm like 15% the way through. I mean, that could take me 20 years. It's just something to collect. It's not like I don't love that set for any reason. I just think it's cool looking. Yeah, that's various sets. I'm just seeing what else I have on my desk here.
It even sounds to me like you're trying to find stuff, right? Like you're sort of grasping at straws a little bit, like trying to find new stuff.
Well, I should have said unopened boxes and packs. I mean, I've gone like into the deep end on that side.
Give us a look at the boxes real quick. You just said it. Let's just take a quick look. You showed me before. So sick. How many boxes are there?
Oh, I don't know. Hundreds. I mean, maybe. Including storage and fireproof safes, 1,000, maybe more. Yeah, I mean it's just fun because like the allure, and I love like looking at them and convincing myself not to open them.
Yeah,
and like seeing if I can train myself in self-discipline.
Because everyone on Instagram is like begging you to open them.
Well, as you see, I open them from time to time, but the funny thing about it is that's such a small percentage of the ones I have. It almost doesn't matter. Like it doesn't affect, like I never noticed that I open them because there's too many of them.
Right.
But a lot of these I bought over the last 10 years. So like some of them, like now it's to the point where, the price I paid is so low compared to what they're worth. I feel bad opening them. But then every now and then if I've like had a glass of wine or something, like, oh, well, I only have like $200 into that box. So I might as well, open it. And then of course it's like, 9 out of 10 times I get skunked. You asked me earlier about cards I've pulled. This was one of the better ones. I pulled this card from a 03-04 Triple Dimensions. This is an emerald version of LeBron. It's not actually his core rookie from that set. This is a Reflections insert. Yeah. But it's numbered out of 100 and it got a PSA 10. I mean, that's, multi-$1,000 card.
Yeah.
That made up for a few boxes that I opened. And then I pulled recently the Upper Deck 97-98 Anthony Hardaway jersey, which got a 10 from PSA, which was awesome. That's probably the best card I've ever pulled. So, yeah. But here's the...
Yeah, let's go through this guy now.
Yeah.
Everyone's waiting, like, looking at this box. What's in this thing?
This is mainly LeBron. There was a period of time where I loved Beckett, and I wanted a BGS 9.5 of the 0304 Exquisite set. I don't actually have these all scanned, so I didn't even know what I have. But I have like half the set of 9.5.
So that was Bosch, Mello, and Wade.
Yeah.
The other three guys.
Right. Oh, yeah. I haven't seen this card in 10 years.
What?
Yeah.
I love your genuine smile. I just watched you look at a card for first time in 10 years.
Well, I look at it on Flickr, like every week.
Of course. So this one's at a 23?
Yeah.
So tell me about this one. I know a lot of guys like the 99 better, but what do you think?
You can't, like, if you look at it like from afar, like, you can't tell the difference.
It's just gold.
Yeah, it's gold. I'm friends with the guy who has the 9.5 of this, the out of 23. I mean, I passed on it. It was $50,000. Like, I don't know, 4 years ago or something. And the reason I was like, I had that set going. I should have done it. It was a lot of money. Still is a lot of money. But I had this 9.5. I'm like, you can't really tell the difference. They're both beautiful. I don't know. It's not one of those parallels that I go crazy for.
Yeah.
There's the gold parallel out of 25. That's only an 8. But, this card was... So when I sold my first company, I was 24. This was the one I was just getting back into cards. I'm like, I don't care what it costs. I'm going to buy the 0304. I was doing the set in like 9.5. I was like, I'm just going to spring for a 9.5 LeBron. And I'm glad I did. I literally haven't looked at it since I bought it until just now.
That's insane. You're just like, you've mastered like Flickr and how you look at them, you mean?
Yeah. I'm worried about like light exposure to cards and security and like that kind of thing. So I keep everything in a very secure place. In a dark, kind of like humidity controlled, temperature controlled place.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why it took me a while to go get these when I was paused. But yeah, on Flickr, I mean, I take high resolution scans of every card I buy that's over a certain, like maybe $15. And it helps with inventory tracking. It helps. The biggest thing I found, you mentioned this before, like people reference these cards all the time on my Flickr for their own collection purposes, either to, compare their cards or like, oh, that's what that card looks like. I actually think it keeps away counterfeiters. Like if they know the serial numbers that I have, they're not going to mess with it.
Right.
Most of my cards, it has a timestamp of when I uploaded it.
Yep.
So, I can look up like, when I hope Flickr never goes away, but, when I uploaded a photo is probably the day I purchased it. And so there's a timestamp of, when I collected it. So I uploaded this card April 11th, 2011. So I know that card's at least 8 years old in my possession. I bought that card years before that. That's a bad example, but so I know that card's at least 8 years old in my possession. So from a provenance perspective, it's legit. Well, there's not a risk of that with the Exquisites, but
like some of the 90s stuff that I try to buy, like me and a couple other guys will reference. We'll like, let's go look at Nat's copy because you've got it so well documented that we can compare.
That's actually the original reason I got into Instagram is I wanted, not for the counterfeit thing. I want people, especially young collectors, to just see what's out there. Because, when I first got back into it, I I don't remember all these cards from the 90s. It was just memory of what the card shop had.
Right. Especially some of these, like, we barely know they exist, It's like...
Yeah. And having a record that these things exist, I think, is so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are cool. I like these
really cool.
a lot.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah, I have a lot of cards in here. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I remember doing these. I used to sort these by brand. So, like, here's X-Fractor, 9.5.
Jeez.
Black Refractor, 9.5. Here's a regular refractor. That one, if I recall, yeah, I can remember subgrades weirdly from like 10 years ago. That one, 0.5 away from pristine. This one's probably special to you because you have one of these.
Yep. Dude, it's so sick.
Yeah, there's a gold refractor from
Pristine.
Yeah, a lot of these, I don't know who was collecting back then, but this is like 03, 04. These were coming out. Oh, yeah. I had like these ones I like in random sleeves that I created.
Those are cool, man. I like those.
Yeah, I found, it sounds stupid to say, but I had this in my spreadsheet here. I wanted a BGS 9.5 of every LeBron and a raw card of each one. And so I found the box of the raw cards less than like 6 months ago. And I literally had a raw card of every LeBron except Exquisite. And I couldn't afford it at the time. And I sent them all into PSA. And I got some good grades. I got like 10s and a bunch. And
Nice.
But yeah, that was kind of cool. It was like, I didn't do that purposely back then for investment purposes, but it turns out that was a good idea.
So you wouldn't move this stuff to PSA, would you?
That's the thing. I was actually thinking about that as I'm opening this. Like, I haven't opened these in years. There's like dust on them. I don't know. I'd probably not. Like the sentimental value. I remember I spent like years of my life like putting this set there.
Yeah.
Like I remember this card when I got this card. I remember where I was because this was a Pop 1 when I got it. Finest rookie 9.5. I mean, there's probably more than that now. I remember when I got this one. This is the finest. I remember when that was a Pop 1. Like a lot of these were Pop 1s when I bought them. I got this card.
What?
I got this card from a friend of mine at Starbucks in New York. Is where I bought it. I was so thankful that he had 2 of them. Believe it or not, this out of 25.
That card is so sick.
Like I remember like the feeling when I got that card, and like I was so obsessed with getting a 9.5 Beckett of every LeBron rookie. I can't even describe.
One of those hit eBay and I missed it. I'm so pissed. Like I didn't catch it. I caught it too late. It was like a BGS 9 of that one.
Of the gold?
Of the finest. I would have bought it. Yeah, it was too late.
Yeah, like here's the BGS 10 crystal of LeBron, Wade, and Carmelo, numbered out of 50. Like some of these cards are I remember how much I paid, and like I was obsessed with finding them. Like so, I have this thing, and just one example. I have this folder and Flickr of like high end cards, and to me that's like $10,000 or more or whatever. And I remember like when this card, like I didn't even consider this up until like 3 or 4 years ago, like a mid high end card even. Like I probably paid like $1,000 for that card. And I'm not saying that for any other reason other than to say that these things have appreciated a lot, and you can, in cards you can, if you hold on to something for long enough and it's rare and it's the right player, it can really appreciate. I should have had that one next to it. I don't know why I didn't. But like, there's the gold.
Jeez. So you have to move some of these cards into that album.
Yeah, that's my point. Like, I've had to go back and do that because for like insurance purposes and stuff, I'm not supposed to track cards over a certain price. But I've never gotten the gold in this one. That's one of the few LeBron. That's getting back to your earlier question. I'm looking for that one. So if anybody has this card gold.
In a 9.5 or just in general?
I mean, 9.5 would be great.
You're not too picky, though? Jeez, man.
Gold, Bowman Chrome. Oh, this is cool. I forgot about this. I remember now. It's the same 0550 as the top screen.
Oh, there you go. That's sick.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
I got to get the 01 then.
Yeah, exactly. This is cool. This is the out of 10 Black Diamond.
What? I didn't even know there was 1 out of 10.
Yeah, rainbow. Come on, man.
Dude, come on. That's why you have the Flickr to help us out.
Get your shit together. This is a 1 of 1.
Jeez.
I don't know if you can see it.
Is that the Hot Prospects?
Yep. This is called White Hot. So I got this the same day from that collector. Sold me the Duncan McGrady 9s and the other 1 of 1 Bowman signature. You can't really tell a difference other than this, like the logo for Hot Prospects is like white and shiny. So this one, I remember when I got this because my friend who I was referring to before, is in New Jersey. He and I were the only two guys going after Beckett 9.5 of every LeBron, and so we were always competing with each other. And this card was at like a buy it now on eBay, for like, I don't know, $1,500 or something.
That's one out of 50, right?
No, I think it's 99. Yeah, 99.
Oh, okay.
This one was a pop one at the time. I don't think it is anymore, but Skybox LE out of 99. All right, I'm almost done here, I promise. This is the Ultimate.
Those are really shot up lately.
Yeah, it's true. Got this one graded myself. I remember the day.
Yeah, you can't switch these, man. You have all these memories. Like, there's no way. I'd be pissed at you if you went to PSA.
Yeah. Now the rest are kind of not super interesting, but X-Fractor. I have that in PSA 10 too. Anyway, yeah, there you go.
So with that, tell us about the thread you made with PSA and like what's going on and what do you think can be improved in this situation?
I mean, look, like I'm at fault too. I think I've had some bad experiences. I love PSA, just I should state. I mean, I think they have a great product. They do a good job. They're taking the '90s authenticity stuff more seriously than Beckett.
Yeah,
I love their label and their slab. So I've had issues where I'm like not convinced that they're like, we talked about this before, like, grading cards as closely as they should, or I've gotten grades where like higher or lower, to be honest, where like if you submit it in the bulk order versus the higher level, they take it less seriously or more seriously. So just some notice, some patterns. But the thing that annoyed me was, when I got my Kobe green that I showed you earlier, I graded at the National like 6-7 years ago. And I walked up to get my card back, and I had paid like $200 or $300 to get it graded, and they're like, "Oh, you owe us $700 because in a PSA 7 in a holder, it's worth a lot more." Yeah. First of all, I don't think it's worth more at all if it's in a 7 versus raw. Like maybe, but not. It's not really. Like maybe if it was a 10.
Right.
And so that was a bad experience. But then I sent in a bunch of stuff and. Every now and then they kind of catch, like, oh, it should be $20 instead of $8, and I don't really complain. But, I sent in this Duncan card that I paid not that much for, and I didn't have any recent sales day. Honestly, I just sent it in. I was just like, yeah, maybe it's, it probably should have been at the next level. But, yeah, they tried to charge me $1,000 to get it graded. I'm like, I wouldn't pay $1,000 for that card raw. And so I don't think it's super fair to charge based on what the ultimate grade is. They say it's based on what the raw grade was, what the raw price was. Maybe that's true, but I've been held up a few times for the ultimate price of the card, value of the card, and told them to crack the. I just think it's silly that they would like crack the card out of the case
after they grade it and then send it back to you.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Because it's like they're introducing more risk and
money based on the run up in these cards. Like they're actually, I totally appreciate it. Like they're not an auction house, and then they can't be. It'd be conflict of interest. Like they're not profiting up from the rise. Like if anybody's profiting, it's PWCC or the auction houses. So PSA is probably sitting there saying, well, this isn't fair, or not fair. This is we'd like some of that. The run up, or at least our cut, and so they're they charge more for the higher price of the card, value of the card. I know they have like insured values and stuff. I just don't buy that like the cost of grading is like that substantially more for like a higher price card. It's still they probably spend a similar amount of time, if I had to guess. The label's the same, the case is the same. They're still putting in the registry.
Especially if you're trying to do a lot of these cards now, it's like.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I like PSA. I think their process, they're doing as good of a job as they can probably on the. I'm sure guys like me are trying to submit a ton of cards and not paying as close of attention on the value of them when they're sending them in.
Yeah, for sure. So
I just found this one. This was I got this graded myself.
What's that number 2?
10.
Jeez, 10 a PSA 10.
Well, I remember when I got a 10, I was like, I didn't care what grade it got.
Right.
And then because it's such a rare card, and then like it got a 10, I was like, that's kind of awesome.
It just kind of makes it more awesome.
It really does. I agree with you.
I've had that happen a couple of times where it's like, whatever, 8, 5, I don't care, and it's like, oh crap, 10, sweet.
Right.
You're never gonna find
Yeah.
another one anyways.
Yeah, you'd rather it be in the holder.
Yeah, for sure.
Since I think before you wanted special cards, like this was one of my favorite cards growing up that I didn't own until I could afford it. This is a Ken Griffey Mickey Mantle autograph from Upper Deck from 1994.
Those are real autographs.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Baseball, but Ernie Banks rookie.
That's sick. 10.
Yeah. I have a Hank Aaron somewhere on my desk.
The green goes falling. Save the green.
No, that was the mantle.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have one more question, and then we'll wrap it up.
Sure.
We've kind of talked about the rise in prices, new people. What do you think in general? Like, what's your opinion on the kind of the new wave of people coming into the hobby, especially like the investors? Do you think it's good, bad, doesn't matter? Or what do you think?
I mean, I think it's great. There's a few questions in there, right? I think it's great that that there's new collectors getting in. I think that's critical. Guys like us will be old shortly, and maybe lose interest or or whatever. I hope not, but so that's again why I think Instagram. I think sharing your collection is actually really important. I know some people disagree with me on that, but
Yeah.
I think it's important to just help other collectors see what's out there. And it just bothers me, I understand though, people who just keep it to themselves, and a lot of the investors are like that. They own like a few cards and they put them in a safe, and they disappear effectively forever until they decide to sell them once more, through an auction house. I think it's fine, from or I think it's good for, it obviously raises, it's more bidders, so it raises the value of the cards, which kind of has a ripple effect of, I'll give you an example. So I've noticed as cards have more run up on prices on credentials or precious metal gems, it actually encourages people to either go find the things that are of that set in their own collection, or maybe at their parents' house, because it's now financially or economically lucrative. And all of a sudden, these rare cards are coming out of the woodwork. Check out the Grant Hill 1/1 Essential Credentials that miraculously showed up on Hobby Kings or Blow Up.
Yeah.
I bet you had the cards not run up, which is probably due to some investors getting in. That card may have been locked away in a closet for the next 30 years. So I don't know. There's downsides and upside. I think I mean, I'm certainly not complaining that these LeBron cards are multiples higher than what I paid for them. Again, it doesn't change how special they are, good or bad for me, but it definitely helps when the card prices go up, because then people can sell cards that are no longer special and have more funds to buy cards they do care about.
Yeah.
I think overall it's probably positive. Definitely frustrates me though as a collector when I'm like, why is that card going for the price that it's going for? It makes no sense. And then come to find out it's some random collector or investor who probably just searched LeBron James on eBay and sorted by price, and Yeah. Anyway,
Hit the bin.
This is one of my favorite cards, Hank Aaron rookie.
Jeez, that one's nice. I even know what that is.
Yeah, it's a special card, man.
So what happened with the credentials, the 101? I don't think I ever asked you. The Grant Hill, we all saw it pop up. What happened?
I don't know.
You messaged him. Did he respond to you?
Yeah. No, I did not try and acquire that one. I was more interested in the Jordan, the 97 Ultra, 1/1.
Yeah.
He wouldn't sell it to me. I hope he does at some point. He doesn't need the money to totally get. Didn't seem like the card was super special to him, so maybe one day. I'd love to have all the 1/1s next to each other. I'm trying to get the last 1/1 from the Flair set 97. I have the 98 Ultra. I don't have the 97 or the Gym Masters, the metal 98 Jordan. I've held it in my hand. It's so freaking cool. I had it next to the Flair Legacies that I showed you earlier. But the Hill is not in my collection.
All right.
Yeah. But as you said before, the 97 1/1, well, amazing as it is, you can't tell the difference to the platinum
Yeah.
on the front. You can only tell on the back, and I'd love to have it, but I prefer the one-on-ones from a aesthetic perspective that I own.
Yeah, the flares are a little bit nicer.
Yeah.
Anything else? Any other topics that you want to hit on, or stories, camera angles of your room?
Well, this is all baseball stuff. I don't know if you there's some really cool packs back there. I don't know if you can see that far.
Yeah, I mean they look old, so.
Yeah, they're old. There's a 1952 Topps pack.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah.
52 Bowman up there, little one.
So are those packs worth a lot?
Yeah, packs are. Actually, this is a good, I don't know, word of advice or whatever to collectors that I've learned the hard way, because I've opened some packs that I probably shouldn't have, and now I know better. But it's like collecting wine. Like, why? I'll ask you the question. Like, why do wine prices keep going up on like vintage wine?
Because people are drinking it.
Yeah, pretty simple, right? Same with packs. Like the population report of like Hank Aaron rookies isn't going down.
Right.
Like, unless people's houses burn down, God forbid, and like the cards go away. But scarcity value drives most things in collectibles, and packs like wine, the population literally is going down. I mean, every now and then there's a discovery where someone finds a box of cards, but like it's pretty rare for a 1952 pack to like be found.
Right.
And people open them from time to time, and so you like cards in general have appreciated over the years, over the last 50 years, in that case 70 years or whatever. But so that's, you have the natural beta or whatever, the growth of the card, but the actual population decreases too. So you have two effects that cause appreciation. And I've really noticed that, like, some of these packs I've bought not even 3 or 4 years ago, are doubled in value, and I've noticed like the frequency at which they come up to auction is much lower than before.
Mm-hmm.
And I can only imagine that in some cases, the people who bought them, like you look at the National, which was cool, they pulled the mantle, but like there's a 1955 Bowman pack right here. In the National last year, they cracked open a 1955 Bowman pack, a cello pack. So like that that the packs are being opened, and
yeah, they're almost like, yes, open them, you idiots.
Yeah, it's awesome. And like boxes are very similar. Like I showed you before. I mean, I have a case up here of 97, 98 metal championship, like 30 boxes. Like when I have a lot of the boxes over here. They were $300 a box. Now they're $1,100. And idiots like me would like buy the boxes and open them. And I have like countless base cards. Like, look at the metal 97 regular. I mean, I have a box up here, like I said. I mean, it was like, I bought it for $500. You couldn't buy one for $3,000 now. It's because people open them, and there was that guy in Midwest who opened it and got the Jordan, that green that got authentic. He sold it for like $150,000. Like, there's a reason people open boxes. They're like lotto tickets. It's the same reason I keep opening cards or open boxes. I've pulled 2 or 3 or 4 really good cards, but the value keeps going. If you can convince yourself not to open them.
So it's like the only thing you've lost money on are the boxes you've opened?
That's why they're like high above me, because I have to I have to go get a ladder. I don't want to. It's like keeping the liquor in the cabinet like really high up. You have to be really desperate to make it work.
You need like a shock collar or something. Like if you get too close, it.
Yeah, if you see me wheeling a ladder in here, I've like fallen off the wagon.
Well, hopefully, in 20 years you'll be too old and you can't get up there, and it's like, oh, I guess I'll just look at them.
Yeah. Well, now I have like a storage thing, and now they're in there, and it takes a lot of effort to go do that. So.
Yeah. All right, dude. Thanks for showing us all this stuff. This was nuts. All your best crazy cards all in one place. This is awesome.
Yeah, man. Happy. Hope more people get into it.
Yeah, me too. Thanks a lot.
All right, man.
Later.
And like I showed you my shelf really quickly. Like I probably have, I don't know, 1,000 boxes here and in the storage and in the safe and stuff. And I probably open one every week just for fun.
How do you decide? How do you decide like stuff you want to
It's so
open or?
random. Like I'll look up here, I'll be like, because I try and organize them where they're like uniform. So if I have like an odd random box just like hanging out, I'll be like, oh, it doesn't fit. I'll just open it. or if like I run out of space, I'll open them.
Are there any that
But
like
then
you
I have
would
to make,
never?
like, more space. Like the shelves above me now have boxes. I have a case of 30-box case of 97 metal championship right here. I just bought.
Jeez. Is there anything you would never open? Like you want it sealed, you never open it?
Yeah, here. Well, I have some crazy stuff. Hold on. Here's a 0304 Exquisite.
Oh my god.
You probably do you like baseball? Probably not.
I mean, I appreciate it. I just don't follow
It's
it.
a 1971 unopened box. That's like the hardest box to find in baseball. Got a 59 unopened box cello. I've got like 5 of these.
Jeez. If you open that 03 Exquisite, I think the internet might blow up.
Yeah, I have 2 of those.
Those are never opened on the internet anymore. Like, it's been so long.
Yeah, it's because they're $16,000 per box.
And you're going to get crushed.
Yeah, they're loose boxes. You're gonna get like, Jason Capano. It's your. By the way, I've opened a few boxes of Ultimate, like $2,000 a pop. I've got a bunch of them right here. I've got like cases of them. I've opened like a bunch of these.
Yeah, those were fun.
I have the best thing I got was a Dwayne Wade auto.
Yeah.
They got a 9 from PSA. It's probably a $400 card. The next best card I got 2 Jason Capano autographs.
What's the craziest thing you've ever pulled? You open a lot of wax.
Oh, the Anthony Hardaway game jersey 97. I just got it back from PSA, or got the grade. I got a 10.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Damn it.
And then I got, I actually pulled it because I thought it'd be a cool story. I pulled this card. I opened a Triple Dimensions 0304.
Yeah.
And I've actually had some good luck with LeBron rookies, but this is out of 100.
That's cool.
The Emerald version, and it got a 10 from PSA. It's probably a $4,000 card. Actually, the rarest one I pulled, I don't have it in the stack here. I don't know where it is, but I pulled was it 09 or 07? My mom bought me 3 Walmart or Target packs of Upper Deck, and I pulled a redemption for a LeBron auto out of 5 when I was like in college. That would have been 08, 07. I mean, it's just literally $2 packs from Target or something.
Did you redeem it? Did you get the card?
Yeah, dude, I got a BGS 9.5.
That's sick.
Here, I have it. I've opened 3 boxes of 97, 98 Upper Deck, and I've gotten 2 jerseys. The first one was Antoine Walker.
Those are just like so tough, right? Like the odds.
Yeah, 2,500.
That's what made cards so much more fun in the 90s, It's like so hard. And then today it's like every box has an auto and a jersey.
I know. That's a really good point.
Did you see the penny that's going to be coming up here tonight? It's 24 karat gold, 1 out of 24.
Oh, that's cool. I need that for my set.
I know you do. That's why I'm asking you.
Yeah, I haven't. This is my LeBron box right here, and so I started when I got back into collecting in like 03. As LeBron, I bought every LeBron card possible, and I put him in this box here. I literally have owned this box since like freshman year of college.